The Ministry of Environment pledged to take a number of steps to address Lake Sevan's fragile ecosystem, after releasing a statement explaining the causes behind a recent algal bloom in the lake that has attracted significant attention in Armenia. The algal bloom happened due to a high amount of phosphorus and nitrogen in the lake, high water temperatures, low water levels, high light intensity, and the discharge of sewage from nearby communities into the lake, according to the ministry. It expects the bloom to last 2 or 3 weeks. Sevan is the largest body of freshwater in the Caucasus. Scientists, environmentalists, and activists have long expressed concerns over a number of environmental issues facing Sevan, including the periodic growth of algal blooms in the lake. Though algal blooms have affected Sevan for decades, the frequency and severity of the blooms have accelerated in recent years. The prominent Armenian investigative site Hetk found that a road construction company won a government contract worth about $2.5 million after it was bought by Bagrat Badalyan, the deputy chief of staff at the Prime Minister's office. Before Badalyan became majority shareholder in the company, it won a number of government contracts worth less than $30,000 in total. Badalyan has held a string of other government positions, including senior positions at the Ministry of Transport and Communication and the Ministry of Territorial Administration and Infrastructure. Last year, Badalyan and his wife purchased a home in the United States worth over $500,000, according to Hetk. The leaders of Iran, Russia, and Turkey discussed ongoing efforts to settle the Karabakh conflict at a major summit in Tehran, primarily aimed at resolving the conflict in Syria. Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei warned Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan against any attempts to obstruct the strategically important Armenia-Iran land border, while also saying he welcomed, quote, Nagorno-Karabakh's return to Azerbaijan following the 2020 war. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin told Erdogan that, quote, settling the Karabakh problem is another important issue in our field of vision. He did not elaborate. Putin also told journalists that Russia sees opportunities for Iranian involvement in infrastructure projects in the South Caucasus if talks to reopen transport connections between Armenia and Azerbaijan prove successful. The Iranian, Russian, and Turkish leaders also discussed steps to strengthen economic ties, as well as Turkey's efforts to mediate between Russia and Ukraine. The Center for Truth and Justice, a US-based nonprofit, submitted a report to the United Nations documenting alleged violations of an international racial discrimination treaty by Azerbaijan. The report includes new testimonies from returned Armenian prisoners of war about their lived experiences. It follows up on a ruling last year by the International Court of Justice that mandated Azerbaijan comply with the International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination. In its ruling, the court ordered Azerbaijan to uphold its obligations under the treaty, including specific orders to guarantee the safety of all Armenian detainees and to prevent the desecration of Armenian cultural heritage sites under its control. The Committee on the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, a UN body that oversees the implementation of the treaty, is set to review Azerbaijan's compliance next month.